What is up, YouTube? Today we are back in Madden 23. Gonna be trying to rebuild the Las Vegas Raiders. We got Derek Carr, quarterback, just signed a new 4-year deal. We got Josh Jacobs at running back. We got Devontae Adams coming over from the Packers on a huge deal. He's a 99 overall superstar X Factor. We got Darren Waller, probably one of the top 3-4 best tight ends in the NFL. Offensive line is kind of shaky. Pretty much only the left tackle is good. Everyone else is not so great at this moment. We got Hunter Renfrow coming up, wide receiver 2, 85 overall with star. And then we got Cole Sr. at wide receiver 3. On defense, they're running a 4-3. Best player we got is Chandler Jones, outside linebacker with superstar X Factor. He's getting pretty up there in age. He's 32 years old, so in Madden, he's probably going to start going down pretty quick. As far as everyone else on defense, it's not too bad. I mean, the safeties could definitely be better. Hopefully they can develop the corners, same thing. Like, there's a bunch of 80 overall guys, and on defensive line, probably the weak point of this defense. So we're definitely gonna be looking to improve in this area. So basically improving in offensive line, defensive line, and then safeties and corners gonna be the main priority. So the Raiders hired Josh McDaniels as their head coach, bringing him over from the Patriots, who was an offensive coordinator over there for a long time. He runs a multiple power run offense, and we are a 66% scheme fit on that. I'm just going to leave it the way that it is and leave the team, everything, like all the players and everything the same first season and see how it goes. We're running a disguised 3-4 on defense, which is 86% scheme fit. I'm leaving the playbooks on him, so we'll see how this goes. Here we are at the mid-season point. We're currently 3-3, last in the division. Not off to a good start at all. I'm going to check out what players we have available to negotiate with, potentially bring back to the team. Josh Jacobs, probably going to go ahead and try to bring him back. Let's try to offer him a deal real quick. 5 years. Yeah, we can go for that. How much cap space? We got $57 million in cap space. He's coming back to the team. Denzel Perryman, I might try to get him. I might try to hold off and see if I can find somebody else. Let's wait till the end of the year. He's already 29 years old, so he's going to start going down. Trayvon Mullen, he's the best cornerback we got. He's up to 82. He was 80 at the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal. 5-year deal. See if he's coming back next season. Exact offer that he wanted. We got Rocky Sin. I think I'm going to go ahead and offer him a deal too. We still got $42 million in cap space. He's coming back to the team. We have decent corners. We just need like one really good corner to shut down corners. See this safety, I think I'm just gonna wait. Jonathan Abram. I mean, I think that he's a good player in real life personally, but I don't know. I might try to see if I can make a splash on free agency since this season's not going so great. Jayon Brown. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait off on him. Keelan Cole, I'm gonna hold off on him. He's getting kind of old for Madden terms. I know you're saying that, oh, a guy's 29, 27 years old. That's not old, but in Madden, it's not that great. So Anthony Averett, I think I'm gonna wait on him. Pretty much, I'm just gonna wait on everybody else. I can't even negotiate with these guys until week 10, 11, 12 anyway, so. At the end of the regular season, we ended up going 6-11, so a terrible start. Let's check out these stats for the team, see where we're at, what we need to focus on. Offense was ranked 18th in the NFL, so like middle of the road, a little worse. Defense was 31st, so defense is a big issue on this team. Need to address that immediately. Derek Carr threw for 4,500 yards, 30 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. Not too bad. 59 completion percentage is not great. Josh Jacobs had an amazing season. 1,500 yards, 5.5 yards, 18 touchdowns, 5.5 per carry. Even with the terrible offensive line, he was still able to do that. That's crazy. Devontae Adams had a pretty good year. 1,100 yards, almost 1,200 yards, 8 touchdowns. Darren Waller almost 1,000 yards with 6 touchdowns. Hunter Renfrow almost 1,000 yards with 8 touchdowns. I mean, the offense is not bad at all. The defense is a big issue though, for sure. Jayon Brown led the team in tackles with 151. Dude was just out there straight murdering folks. 2 other players over 100 tackles for the season. Max Crosby had 17 TFLs along with Vernon Butler. Chandler Jones 13.5 sacks. We got Max Crosby 14 sacks, led the team. It's pretty much the best sack guy we got, pass rusher. I don't know why Chandler Jones didn't get more, but Here's what it is. We got Trayvon Mullen Jr. with 3 interceptions, Jayon Brown with 2, Jonathan Abram with 2, a couple other guys with 1. So we definitely need to focus on the defense for sure. So that's exactly what I'm going to be trying to do. 2022 season recap. The Cowboys and the Colts played in the Super Bowl. The Colts ended up winning the Super Bowl. 3rd time they won it in the history of their team. Isaiah Rodgers, cornerback, won Super Bowl MVP. He must have went off in the game, had a bunch of picks or something. Joe Burrow won MVP. Matt Rule from the Panthers won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp won Offensive Player of the Year. Aaron Donald won Defensive Player of the Year for the 27th time. And then Breece Hall with the Jets won Offensive Rookie of the Year. And Devin Lloyd with the Jaguars won Defensive Rookie of the Year. So things are getting crazy out here. Y'all watch out. Okay, so here in free agency, we got $58.5 million in free cap room space. Want to see if I can make some moves on defense because we need it really bad. And I'll be back in a second. Here in free agency, I was trying really hard to get great players that we need on defense, to fill a bunch of holes that we have, or at least to replace not so great players. But basically all of the great elite players were not interested at all. The interest bar was all the way red. They didn't care. So I just had to go through and take what I could get. I'm glad that we got Sean Murphy-Bunting though. He's 26-year-old cornerback, 81 overall, and he has superstar dev and he's a scheme fit. I brought Devin Bush in at middle linebacker. I tried to bring back the other linebacker that we had. I forgot what his name was, but I offered him a big deal, but other teams were offering him way more, so I wasn't gonna overpay for him. I brought Sheldon Rankinson to play defensive tackle. I think I got him on a 1 year deal, $2.3 million with a $3.5 million signing bonus. And Dante Fowler is not necessarily a scheme fit for this 3-4 defense, but I literally had no other options except for guys that were in the 60s. So I had to make do with what I could. Maybe I can make some trades or something, or maybe we'll get lucky in the draft and find somebody. But this is what we got for now. So here in the draft, in the first round, we have pick number 6. There's not really a whole bunch of guys. Well, there's not really like 1 or 2 guys that stand out that are elite. They look amazing. So this guy is supposed to be a top 5 projection. I'm just going to go ahead and take a chance and draft him. He has great in pretty much every category or good. So I'm just going to go ahead and see how this goes. He's got hidden depth, so that's pretty good. He's a speed rusher, 6'3", 257 pounds, 22 years old from Southern Miss. He has 82 speed. So hopefully this guy makes a difference on our defense. Here in the second round of the draft, I'm going to draft this safety, Kyle Jennings. He looks like he might be able to, maybe he has hidden dev, I'm not sure. We'll see, he's pretty fast, he runs a 4.49. Let's see what we got. Nope, normal dev. He has 91 speed though. Well, at least we got some depth at safety. Looking at the draft recap, William Walton, the guy we drafted in the first round, defensive end. He is 72 overall with hidden dev, 82 speed. Power move is kind of low, but I mean he's kind of small, so it makes sense. The safety that we drafted is actually higher overall with 74, but he has normal dev. Zone coverage is 70, tackle 67. It's not too bad. The rest of the players computer drafted, but this guy they drafted in the 6th round is a 67 overall cornerback. He actually does have hidden dev, which is crazy. So maybe this guy will make him move up the depth chart in a couple years if we make it that far. So this is what the team is looking like for the starting lineup for the second season. Offensive line is actually, they were pretty young, so they're starting to develop okay. Right tackle is definitely a big hole right there. Might try to do something about that. Wide receivers are still looking good. Derek Carr is going down. He was an 83, I think. Now he's an 81. But Josh Jacobs is still coming up. Defense, try to get better. This middle linebacker spot right here is a huge hole, so honestly considering moving to a 4-3 just so we get the best guys on the field. Probably move Nichols over to defensive tackle along with Sheldon Rankins, and then have maybe Chandler Jones and Crosby coming off the sides. I don't know, I have to look and see what that would look like. One of the big change I did was I moved Nate Hobbs here to safety because he's a 79 overall. He was only like a 70, I think a 72 or a 74 corner, and we don't necessarily need 4 corners. We got Sean Murphy-Bunting, we got Mullen Jr., and we got Justin here. So I think I'm gonna go look and see what the 4-3 defense looks like and see if that's something we should do. Okay, so I did end up switching to a 4-3 defense. I went with the Dallas Cowboys playbook. I think we were like 75% scheme fit on it whenever I first switched over, but moved Nichols to defensive tackle. We're going to start the rookie defensive end we drafted in the first round at right end. He has hidden Dev. Dante Fowler over here at left end. We got Sheldon Rankins at D tackle. And then we got Crosby and Jones playing outside linebackers. So hopefully this defense does better than last season because we were terrible. At the mid-season point, we are 2-5. Definitely a worse start than last season, so that is not looking good at all. Let's check out players that we could potentially re-sign. We got Darren Waller and Nichols and Dante Fowler available right now. Darren Waller is definitely going to be coming back. I don't necessarily want to get him on a 4-year deal though. He's already 30 years old. He's probably gonna start falling off. Let's try a 3-year deal and see what he says. He said this offer is a joke. I expect something real next time. Alright bro, chill out. Nichols, I'm thinking about maybe bringing him back. He started dead. He's only 26. He's not a scheme fit, but you can see if he'll take this offer right here. Any future deal needs to account for my interest not being met here. Okay. Never mind then. Dante Fowler, just gonna let him walk. At the end of the season, we ended up going 8-9, so it was better than last year. We went 6-11 last year. Yeah. So definitely better than last season. Let's check out the stats for the team, see where we are at. 9th on offense, so the offense is still churning. What's the defense looking like? 26. So I mean, it's still bad, but we were 31 last year, so we made a little bit of improvement. We just got to keep building on it. Derek Carr had a great season, 5,000 yards, 41 touchdowns, only 6 interceptions, 103 QB rating, pretty good. Josh Jacobs, he's a pretty good running back here in Madden, it appears. 1,200 yards, 5 yards per carry, 11 touchdowns. Zamir White had 6 touchdowns, backup spot. Devontae Adams, almost 100 catches, 1,400 yards, 9 touchdowns. Hunter Renfrow over 1,000 yards with 9 touchdowns. Darren Waller, 872 yards with 9 touchdowns. Courtney Johnston, a rookie receiver, 779 yards, 2 touchdowns. Defense, Devin Bush led the team in tackles. Sacks, Max Crosby had 13 sacks. Chandler Jones, 6.5. Bilal Nichols at defensive tackle at 5.5. Fowler only had 4.5. Nichols and Jones over 10 TFLs. Interceptions, we got Devin Bush with 3. So Devin Bush is out here doing some stuff for us. Sean Murphy Bunting with 3 picks. Divine Diablo had 2 interceptions. He got a lot of tackles for a backup middle linebacker. A few other guys have 1 interception. So we just need to keep building on our defense and getting it better. Preseason recap: the Giants and the Titans are in the Super Bowl. The Titans got their first ever Super Bowl championship. Caleb Farley for the Titans won Super Bowl MVP. Josh Allen won regular season MVP. Matt Rule wins Coach of the Year 2 years in a row. Jonathan Taylor of the Colts won MVP. Von Miller with the Bills won Defensive Player of the Year. Over here looking at players to re-sign before we go into free agency. I'm going to try to get Darren Waller back again. He didn't like that previous offer at all, so let's see if we can go. I guess we'll go. Let's just go neutral and see what happens. If he doesn't sign, then appreciate the offer, but I'm gonna test for it. Dang. All right. That's okay. We can try to get him back, or you know what? We can even franchise tag him if we want. How much is it? $15 million. And how much was he wanting? $13 million. We might have to do that. We got $60 million in cap space, but let's see. Nichols is not interested in re-signing. Dante Fowler wants to come back, but I don't want to bring him back. Sheldon Rankins, not really interested in him. Pretty much all these other guys, no thanks. So I think I might just go ahead and franchise tag Darren Waller because I don't want him to go to free agency and other teams offering him $50 jillion. So he's coming back whether you like it or not. Okay, so I just got done with free agency and we ended up getting this left guard, Muti. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. We still have like a not so great right tackle, but it seems like it doesn't really matter because the offense is still doing pretty good. Derek Carr did go up to superstar Deb and he's up to 86. He was at 81 overall. Josh Jacobs is still at superstar with a 95. Devontae Adams is 99 overall, superstar X Factor. And we still got Darren Waller coming back on a franchise tag, 94 superstar X Factor, Hunter Renfrow 90 with star dev. On defense, we got big moves here. We got Nick Bosa coming in at defensive end, 98 overall star dev. Maybe he'll push our defense over to give us what we need. That rookie we drafted in the first round last year had star dev. He's a 77 overall, starting at right end for us. I brought Neville Gallimore and Walton over on free agency to play D tackle for us because basically all we could afford. We pretty much have no money now, so this defense needs to make something happen now while we're basically out of money and Derek Carr is getting close to the end of his road, 33 years old. So we got to make something happen this season. This is the year that we got it. Here in the draft, we got the 13th pick in the first round, and I'm gonna draft this center. Hopefully he's good enough. Well, I'm gonna move him to right tackle. He's got hidden dev. He's 22 years old, 87 strength, 71 speed for someone that's 311 pounds. It's crazy. The second round of the draft, and I was looking around a lot, and this tight end, I know we don't necessarily need a tight end at the moment, but this guy is pretty high on everything. He has elite agility, elite jumping, elite speed, elite strength. So why would you not take this guy in the second round? He's pretty much top 2 in every category in his pro day. I don't know exactly for sure what his everything is because he's only 50% scouted, but I'm taking a chance here. And he has normal dev, but his speed is 88. His change of direction is 78, strength 78. So I think that's a pretty good pick though. Recap, the center that we drafted in the first round, he's a 73 overall with his hidden dev. Looks like he's gonna be starting right tackle for us. That's why I'm gonna move him. This tight end that I drafted in the second round, he's a 75 or he's a 74 playing up to a 75 overall. But he looks like he could be actually the starting tight end after Darren Waller retires. He can just play backup for him for a couple of years. Looks pretty good overall. He's not necessarily a good run blocker, but neither is Darren Waller. But I didn't draft the rest of these guys. The computer drafted this guy, Malik Walton, in the third round. He's 73 overall, which is pretty good, and he has hidden dev. So computer coming in clutch for us here. Starting lineup, and we got the 2 offensive linemen that we drafted are gonna be starting. I moved the center over to, well, I left the center where he was. He's still playing center, and I moved Walton over to right tackle because he had better pass blocking abilities. You know, you want your tackles to be able to pass block against those defensive ends. So that's it. The defense still looks exactly the same. Nothing changed over it. That's what it is. We are at the mid-season point of season 3, and we are not off to a great start. Once again, 2-5 record. I don't know why things are going so terribly. I'm about to check out the season stats halfway through and see what's going on. We have the 18th ranked offense, and the defense was ranked 21st. So I mean, I guess we're just in the lower half of everything. So that's not good. I mean, I think that we have a pretty good team, solid overall. So what's going on with the sacks here? Nick Bosa getting 6 sacks, but nobody else is doing a dang thing. Alright, well, it is what it is. We'll see if maybe they can bounce back at the end of the season. We go try to see what type of players we can re-sign, who's up, whose contract's up. We got 10 players over here. We got $29 million in cap space, so we're running low on money, and we have a lot of guys that need to get paid, and that's not good. That's a recipe for disaster and a recipe for a start-over rebuild. Obviously, I want to try to bring Darren Waller back, but at the same time, though, we do have that tight end that we drafted, that rookie tight end. What is he looking like right now? We're going to have to try to save money somewhere if we want to be competitive at all. Let's see, where's this guy at? Tight end. He's up to a 76. I think I'm just going to go ahead and roll with him next season. Try to save money on Darren Waller. I mean, obviously, I would love to keep Darren Waller, but it's just not feasible with the money situation that we're in at the moment. So, Hunter Renfrow, he wants $42 million over 4 years. That's insane. How much does Darren Waller want? He wants $4 million, well, $11 million, $12 million, $12 million. Alright, yeah. Not bringing him back. So Hunter Renfrow probably not gonna be able to bring you back either, dude. You want all the money in the world, which is understandable, but we just really can't afford it. We do need to bring back this safety because our defense, you know, we can't afford to get worse. He's 25 years old. He still has a lot of potential. Let's offer him this deal. He's coming back. Great. That's great news for the defense. Nate Hobbs playing strong safety. I do want to try to bring him back. He's not really interested in coming back because we don't have a mentor at the position or a big market. Las Vegas is not a big market. Okay. You need to do more to convince me to try or to come to this team in the future, whatever. All right. Chandler Jones, I'm going to let him go because he's already 34 years old. I don't want to be paying him. We only got $15 million left anyway, so. This guy only wants $3 million for 1 year. Do I even need to bring him back? Yeah, let's try to bring him back. Alright, he's coming back. So we're basically tapped out on funds now. Leatherwood, I think I'm going to have to let him walk because he wants $11 million over 2 years. Diablo, let him walk. Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it. So this is probably the most disappointing season. Well, I mean, it definitely is because we went 5-12. First season, I think it was, we went 6-11. Then we went 8-9, and now 5-12. So this is very, very terrible. Let's check out the stats and see what's going on here. 21st ranked offense. So the offense is starting to regress now. Defense has just got way worse. I don't understand what's going on with this. Offense, Derek Carr still had a pretty good season. His completion percentage is not great, but Josh Jacobs still had a pretty good year. 1,200 yards, 4.8 per carry with 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Devontae Adams did pretty good. Renfro, 13 touchdowns. Darren Waller almost had 1,000 yards. Rookie tight end had 200 yards with 2 touchdowns. So, yeah. Devin Bush, 146 yards with 7 TFLs, 1.5 sacks and interception. So he's just out here balling. Bosa had 21 TFLs, but Mason Crosby only had 3.5 sacks. What the heck? Nick Bosa got 10.5, but Mason Crosby doesn't want to get sacks anymore, huh? Nate Hobbs had 3 picks. Murphy Bunting had 3 picks. Moeller had 2. But we're gonna have to make some big changes here. 4-season recap. Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 37-31. Kansas City wins its 3rd Super Bowl. Patrick Mahomes wins Super Bowl MVP. Patrick Mahomes wins the MVP of the regular season. Zach Taylor of the Bengals wins Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp wins Offensive Player of the Year again. Chase Young, Defensive Player of the Year. I'm checking out the team salaries to try to see where we can free up some money for cap space to try to improve this team. And pretty much the only option that we have is to cut Derek Carr or try to trade him because we'll save $41 million. Dude's getting paid $43 million in this season, and he's 34 years old, 82 overall. It's the last year of his deal. So we have to make a tough decision here. We can either cut him, cut our losses, move on, try to draft a new quarterback, or maybe try to trade for a new up-and-coming quarterback, or just try to go one more season with him. I know one thing for sure, I'm going to be switching the offense because we need to try to do something about it. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. The options are out there, so we'll see. This is what the team looks like going into free agency after we lost all the players that we couldn't re-sign. The offensive line is still looking pretty good. I mean, it's not amazing, but it was way better than it was when we first started. These 2 rookies stepped up. We got Crowder coming in at starting tight end. He's only a normal depth, but he has a lot of potential. He's young, he's fast. Johnston's our number 2 receiver. I don't really like that, but at least we got Devontae Adams over here still balling out. Josh Jacobs is still a 97 overall. Derek Carr is at 82, superstar dev. He's going to be going down fast, most likely. On defense, we got Morig. I don't know exactly how you say his name. He's 83 overall. At free safety, we still got 92 overall. Mason Crosby. Devin Bush is steady at 82. We got an issue here at left outside linebacker. We got this safety we drafted a couple of seasons ago. I think it was the first season or maybe the last season. I think it was the first season we drafted him. I'm not sure. He's going to be starting unless we can figure out something there. Cornerback 2, we still got Mullen Jr. Nick Bosa is still at superstar X Factor, 99 overall. Defensive line is okay. I mean, the corners are still good. I mean, the team is all right overall, but obviously it's not amazing. So I don't know. I'm gonna go into we only have like $7 million of cap space available for free agency. So essentially, I can't sign anybody. So I'm gonna go to the draft and see what we have there. Maybe we can get a quarterback or something and try to do something with Derek Carr. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Are in the draft. We're gonna have pick number 3 in the first round because we were so bad last year. There was no quarterbacks drafted yet, so we're gonna have the pick of what we want. Basically, it's between this guy, Gregory Wyndham, and John Burnham. So we know 85% of both of them. I think I'm gonna go with Wyndham because he's a top 5 projected, and also he just looks freaking crazy. He has elite in dang near everything. He's fast as crap, apparently. His overall stats look pretty good, so we're gonna go ahead and draft him, and I think we're just gonna move on from Derek Carr, see if we can trade him or cut him or something. I don't know. This guy's got hidden dev, 92 speed with 95 throw power, insane. 89 change of direction with 90 acceleration, 90 agility. This is awesome. Gregory Wyndham, the future of the Raiders. So I drafted that quarterback in the first round. I decided I was going to trade Derek Carr, and we really need wide receiver depth, well, at least a second string wide receiver. And we also needed a left outside linebacker badly. And the only way that I could make the trade happen with Derek Carr was to throw in a first round pick next year. I tried every other thing I possibly could, but at least that frees up the $41 million in cap space that we have with Derek Carr. And obviously we have to pay Edwards and Bingham, but they're not going to be anywhere near that money. So I think this is going to be a good move for us going forward. We fill some needs right away, and we have the future quarterback. Well, he's going to be the starting quarterback now, but that's it. So the wide receiver we just traded for is Bryan Edwards. He is 26 years old. He's 6'3", 212 pounds, and he has star dev. The linebacker that we traded for is Brandon Bingham, also in that deal. He is 23 years old, and he has star dev, 80 overall, 87 speed. Second round of the draft after all that fallout in the first round. I'm looking at this free safety, Mitch Hill. He's a scheme fit, and we need a safety. He doesn't look amazing, but it's a second round pick, so I'm gonna take a chance on him and see. He has hidden dev, that's great. His speed's only 87, which is kind of low, but that's all right though. The first round pick, Gregory Wyndham, quarterback, 79 overall, 22 years old. Well, he's playing down to 78 overall for some reason. He has low morale. But he has 95 throw power, 85 throw on the run. His break sacks 83. Saw that his speed is 92, so he looks freaking amazing. Pick Mitch Hill is a 72 overall, but he's playing down to a 70 because our morale is low because our team is just terrible right now. But he's probably gonna end up being a starting free safety and develop him. Computer drafted this running back Jacoby Griggs in the 4th round, I think, and he has hidden dev. The computer's been making some great picks for us. So I'm looking at the schemes on offense, changing the playbooks, and the best scheme fit percentage we have is the spread offense with 71%. Best defense is we switched to a base 4-3, which we're already in a 4-3, but I switched to Arizona's offensive playbook because they have the spread offense basically, and Kyler Murray is, a fast quarterback that can throw the ball. This rookie we drafted is a fast quarterback that can throw the ball. Defensive playbook, I switched to Kansas City's 4-3 scheme, so hopefully this makes a difference for us. Starting lineup looks like for, I think this is season 4. Offensive lines getting better. Tight ends right there. The big difference we have is the quarterback, obviously. Defense. We got Bingham coming over here. This safety we drafted is going to be backing up on both sides for now. And then on offense, we got Edwards that we traded for. So let's see how this goes. See you at the mid-season point. Well, here we are at the mid-season point of season 4. We're not off to a great start with a 3-3 record, but luckily everyone in our division is 3-3 or 3-4. So that's one good thing that we have going for us finally. Looking at players available to re-sign, and we got $95 million in cap space. Holy crap. Must have a lot of players that need to be re-signed here. Colton Miller, definitely going to bring him back. He's been the best player that we have on the offensive line for the entire rebuild. Aside from this deal, he's coming back. Nice. Kicker. I'll go ahead and try to bring him back on a 1-year deal. He's going to free agency. Alright. Rocky Yasin. I think I might. Let's see how much he wants for 1 year. That's not bad. We'll make him an offer on it. He's coming back. Where we punter? Oh, we got that superstar punter. I didn't even know that. I haven't even looked at the punter this whole entire time. Alright, well he wants more money. Man, the kickers and the punters are demanding everything in this. If you want it all right now. Let me try to bring back Natane Muti. Oh, everybody wants more money now. They're like, oh, you got all this money, we want you to give us more now. Neville Gallimore. I'm not gonna bring him back. We need to try to upgrade the defense for real. Since we finally got a little bit of cash. We ended up making it into the playoffs, going 10-7 on the year with a brand new rookie quarterback, making all these crazy trades, player changes. 13th in offense, 4th in defense. Dang. All right, Kansas City defense is overpowered on here. All right, so rookie quarterback, 4,400 yards, 29 touchdowns, 17 interceptions. I mean, that's a good season, but the interceptions is kind of high. Rushing, Josh Jacobs, 1,200 yards, 5 yards per carry average, 15 touchdowns. Even the quarterback had 493 yards, 2 touchdowns. Receiving, Devontae Adams, 1,100 yards, 6 touchdowns. Courtney Johnston, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns. Brian Edwards, 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. This tight end that we had drafted last year, Crowder, 700 yards, 3 touchdowns. Nice. Defense, Mitch Hill led the team in tackles. This rookie, well, TFLs, Nick Bosa had 20 TFLs. Dang, look at all the sacks. Nick Bosa, 23 sacks. Max Crosby, 13.5. So yeah, things are starting to come together for this team now. Devin Bush, 2 picks. Murphy Bunting, 2 picks. Yasin, 2 picks. Mullen Jr., 2 picks. And a cute couple guys with 1. Here we are in the playoff game. First playoff game that we've been in 4 seasons. Took us to get here. Chiefs up 7-3 in the second quarter. I don't know if we're going to be able to beat them or not. Doesn't look too good right now. Dang, down 21-3 going into half. 21-10. 21-13. We might be able to creep back up into this. No, Kansas City starting to run away with it on their offense. 28-13. 28-20 going into the fourth. 35-20. Yeah, 35-27. Game over. Well, at least we made huge strides in this season. I'm checking out the playoff bracket to see where the Bears are doing because we traded Derek Carr to them. They ended up making it to the playoffs as a wild card number 7 seed, and they made it to the divisional round, beat the Giants 39-32, and they made it to the NFC Championship game where they lost against the Panthers 42-14. Crazy. Derek Carr, first season over there, going off. What Derek Carr did in his first season with the Bears, he threw 4,200 yards, 34 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, 63 completion percentage, pretty good. And then he had Hunter Renfrow as his number 1 receiver. They just happened to pick him up on free agency, and then I happened to trade him to the Bears, so that's crazy. Quarterback Gregory Windham ended up winning Offensive Rookie of the Year, and then also Nick Bosa came in second for Defensive Player of the Year. Just freaking crazy. 2025 season recap. We got the Bills going against the Panthers in the Super Bowl. The Bills won 31-28. Got their first ever Super Bowl championship. Josh Allen won the MVP of the Super Bowl and MVP of the regular season. Giants head coach Brian DeBall won Coach of the Year. Cooper Kupp wins Offensive Player of the Year yet again. That's like the second or third time he's done it in this rebuild. Myles Garrett won the Defensive Player of the Year. And then it looks like the Eagles quarterback won Offensive Rookie of the Year, but we won it on our side. So I guess he won it in NFC, we won it in AFC. We're looking at players available to re-sign before we go into free agency. We got $99 million in cap space. And this kicker and punter, like this punter, I think he had superstar Dev and the kicker had star Dev, but now after the beginning of this or the end of the season, they lost all of it apparently. But I'm still gonna try to sign this guy back on let's try a neutral deal and see what he says. Oh, he's going to free agency. All right, peace. Daniel Carlson, can we get you? Let's try a player-friendly deal and see. All right, he's coming back. So we got 95 mil in cap space. We bring him back on a neutral deal. Going to free agency. All right. Neville Gallimore, I think I'm gonna let him go. White, let him go. Walton, let him go. Parham, right guard. How much does he want? 2-year deal. Let's try to offer him this and see if he stays. All right, he's coming back. We need to get some cheap guys that are decent overalls to fill in some spots. As we're about to go blow a bunch of money on some big name guys, hopefully, and really make a run for the Super Bowl. Here's what the team looks like before free agency. Wyndham, the rookie, is up to superstar dev with 85 overall. Jacobs is a 99 overall with just star dev. Devontae Adams fell off to just star dev. Edwards is up to 89 overall. And then third string receiver Johnson is at an 80. The offensive line is looking pretty good besides the right guard. We need a slot there. I tried to bring I forgot the guy's name. I tried to bring him back, but he didn't want to come back. Crowder is up to 80 overall at tight end. That's pretty good. Defense is looking pretty solid. I ended up moving Hill up to start at strong safety. He was a free safety, but I changed his position to strong safety because he has star dev. Cornerback Murphy Bunting was a superstar, he was a superstar dev, but now he dropped down to star. But Mullen Jr. is up to 87 overall, so he's gonna be the #1 corner. Defensive line, we need 2 defensive tackles, like some beast pass rushing defensive tackles. If we could get like Aaron Donald, or I mean, obviously there's only one of him, but if we could really bring this team to the next level. Let's see what happens in free agency. Free agency, we made some big moves here. We got Jamal Adams at strong safety. He's 94 overall with star dev. We got Deron Payne, defensive tackle. He's 91 overall with star dev. We got this punter, whatever. We got this left guard, Jonah Jackson, who's star dev. And the other defensive tackle, we got Javon Kinlaw, who is 81 overall with star dev. So making some big improvements on our defense, and we filled a hole in our offensive line and punter. The second round of the draft, because we didn't have a first round pick. We traded it away last year. I'm gonna draft this wide receiver. He's a scheme fit. Don't really know a whole lot about him, but he has elite speed and elite acceleration. Taking a chance. And he's got hidden depth with 99 speed. Dang. All right, looking good. This is looking at the draft recap. The wide receiver we drafted in the second round, he's only a 67 overall, but he has 99 speed with hidden dev. He's 21 years old, 99 speed, 94 acceleration, 88 jumping. That's really good. Everyone else, the computer drafted. This other guy is a 72 overall defensive tackle. Is the best player they drafted, but he doesn't have start or hidden dev. None of his other players have hidden dev. So up for the 5th season, offensive line has developed really good. We got these couple of young guys that we drafted, and this guy Jackson that we brought over in free agency. Crowder, he was at 80, but for some reason he dropped down to 79. Edwards up to 89. We got superstar 84 overall quarterback that we drafted. That wide receiver we drafted with 99 speed, I'm gonna make him the 3rd receiver, and I'm also gonna put him in the slot and see if maybe by chance he just develops into some beast. On defense, this is where we made some pretty big changes. We got Jamal Adams at strong safety, and we got Deron Payne and Javon Kinlaw defensive tackles. So we revamped the defense like pretty stoutly. So hopefully, I feel like this season is the season that we're gonna win the Super Bowl. Season point of season 5, and we are 5-2, leading the division. Kansas City's at 2-4. They're starting to fall off, even though Patrick Mahomes is still 99 overall. This is a great start, the best start that we had all year, obviously. I'm gonna check out players that are available to re-sign. We got, why is this guy here? Nick Bosa. Oh man, he's gonna be wanting a bunch. 99 overall, superstar X Factor. Let's see what he wants. 4 years, basically 30 million a year. Let's offer him that and see what he says. How much cap space do we got? 116 million. All right. Not negotiating on the years. Oh, he wants a 5-year deal then. All right. Devontae Adams, 33 years old. He's starting to fall off. Let's look at his player card. What is his speed now? Speed's still 91, son. Let's see what he wants. He wants a 3-year deal. I don't know if we can give you 3 years, dude. Let's go with a 2-year deal and see what happens. Alright, He doesn't want that deal at all. We said, oh, Max Crosby, he wants to come back. Well, his interest level is very low, so let's see what happens if we offer him this. Alright, everybody wants, now since we're starting to make a name for ourselves, everybody wants that big money. Before, nobody even wanted to play for us. Now everyone's like, yeah, I want to play, but give me that big dough. Murphy Bunting, he's coming back. Let's see who else we got. Brian Edwards, I definitely wanted to bring him back. He came over in that deal with Derek Carr. He's coming back on a 3-year deal. Devin Bush, he's been solid for us. Let's see how much he wants. 4 years, basically $7 million a year. That's not bad. We'll try it. Oh, he doesn't like it. Okay. William Walton, the defensive end that we drafted, he's still only 25 years old, 81 overall with star dev. Let's try to throw him a 2-year deal. He's coming back. What else we got? Yasin, 1-year deal. He's already 30 years old. He hasn't really developed that much, but he's been solid for us. We'll bring him back for another year. Jennings at safety. Oh, we can't even try to get these guys because they're all weak now. All right. This is the end of the 5th season, regular season, and we ended up going 10-7, and we still made the playoffs, which is good, but we fell off because we were 5-2, and we ended up going 10-7, so that's not all that great, but I'll take it. At least we made the playoffs. Let's check out the stats on the year. See what we got. The 21st ranked offense. It fell off a little bit. What's the defense looking like? 9th. All right, I'll take that. Josh Jacobs must have got hurt. All right, Gregory Windham. He had 4,400 yards, 27 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. Not too bad for a running quarterback. Josh Jacobs, 965 yards, 12 touchdowns. Yeah, Griggs had to come in and play. He got 112 carries. But Windham had 5 touchdowns on 300 yards rushing. Brian Edwards had 1,100 yards, 5 touchdowns. Courtney Johnson, Crowder had 994, 5 touchdowns. Johnson 957, 9 touchdowns. Devontae Adams only got 800 yards. What the heck? Let's see, where's that rookie receiver at? Did they end up moving him? He's way down here. I don't know what happened. They messed with the depth chart, man. All right, anyways, defense. Devin Bush led the team in tackles, 122. Nick Bosa 19 TFLs. Sacks, Nick Bosa with 16. Max Crosby 10.5. Deron Payne 7 sacks from the defensive tackle position, and William Walton had 5 sacks. Javon Kinlaw 4.5 sacks from the defensive tackle spot. Jamal Adams with 3 picks, 1 sack, 89 tackles. Mullen Jr. 3 interceptions. Yasin 3 interceptions. Murphy Bunting with 2. Jennings with 2, and Porter had 1. Playoff game against Denver. We're playing in Denver. First quarter, Denver goes up 3-zip. Into the second quarter, still 3-0. 10-0. Denver's up. It's not looking good. 13-0 offense. We need y'all to do something here. 21-0, man. Looks like we're gonna lose this game 24-0. We can't even do anything at all on offense. All right, well that's it. We got knocked out 24-0 in the first round. 2026 season recap. The Bills beat the Buccaneers 34-31. Jeremy Knoll won MVP for the Broncos. Lamar Jackson won MVP of the regular season. Arthur Smith won Coach of the Year with the Commanders. Brandon Ayuk won Offensive Player of the Year with the Commanders. Myles Garrett won Defensive Player of the Year again. So this is what the team looks like. That was the end of the 5th year, so I'm ran out of time. I don't have time to keep doing more, even though this team is very interesting and intriguing and young, and I would like to keep doing more, but this is where the video is going to end for now. I don't know, I might end up trying to come back and look at this team again if you are interested in it or not, but this is what we got. I think we did a pretty good job rebuilding this team. Went to the playoffs 2 years in a row after not making it 3 years straight. The entire team is actually looking pretty good and solid. Probably good for another 5 to 6 year build, or 5 to 6 year run in the playoffs, potential Super Bowl champions. But if y'all like the content, subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button, leave something in the comments, tell me some ideas or thoughts, what you like or what you don't like about what I do. Just let me know. Appreciate y'all checking it out. Peace.